D&D time, let us roll. Woo! All right, so starting us off, I'll go from top from Discord. We got Goal Blast James.
Yep. Do I have to say something or like?
Oh, just to make sure that people know it's you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
I got you.
That's all. That's all I need from you. We
Yeah.
got Omega Cow 101, Vinny,
Yep.
the boy. Then we got Shinky
I like when you
Dubinky,
call me.
Joshua Schmidt, full government name. Is he taking a leak right now?
I think he is. No, he was back.
Is he being silent? Is this a?
I feel like he said he's taking a leak, but I feel like he came back.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
I was saying your name. Shinky Dubinky, Joshua.
Oh, I ain't gonna. I'm having some network difficulties. I didn't hear a single thing that happened in the last 2 minutes.
Okay, we're starting the D&D session. I'm doing introductions so that if we watch this again, we'll know who's who. Okay, that's him. Next we got MLG Care Bear, Gino, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yo.
There he is. And now we will begin session 1 of ASHVEIL, Shadows of Rivernus. All right. And we start with a little bit of narration. 230 years ago, the world was ash. The continent you now walk upon was no place for mortals. It was a wasteland, a scar of blackened stone, crawling with creatures that had no right to live. And haunted by the echoes of those who once did, they said no army could survive here. They were right. But 5 souls did what no army could. They were outcasts, condemned, forgotten, and damned by the nations that cast them aside. Yet in this broken land, they found purpose. The first was a ranger, Daphne Siegfried, and the serpent she called her kin. Together they carved paths through the jungles of death and found sanctuary amongst the southern isles. She taught that mercy was not weakness, but the courage to face solitude. The second, Revelor Ignis, the fighter who became the first king. With his sword and his will, he gathered the exiled, the broken, and the damned, forging them into a nation called Plautos Rivernus. His dream was simple, that every soul could rise by their own hand. Then came Skit Scat Skeet, the artificer. None remember his story, nor his face, only the inventions that outlived him. His mind burned with creation, devices that shaped the future. Though they could not save him from the cruelty of men, yet his legacy endures in Sklangerthal, where imagination never sleeps. The fourth, Clover Wishbreaker, a warlock whose power outlasted centuries. He guided ASHVEIL through its first generations, leading its people through famine, strife, and rebirth. Then one day, without word or warning, he vanished. No battle, no farewell, only silence where a legend once stood. And last, Lucian Friedrin, the paladin who led them all. He fought not for glory, but redemption. His conviction carved cities from ruin, and his followers built shrines upon the bones of monsters. It was Lucian who named this land, ASHVEIL, where from destruction mankind would begin anew. Together they became legends, and then, as all legends do, they vanished. The world they built stands still, though their truths have long since turned to myth. Nations rose from their foundations, holy empires, lawless cities, and dreamers' workshops of Sklangerthal. Yet across every border, one truth remains. ASHVEIL was not gifted to mortals, it was taken, and all things taken by blood demand a price in kind. So remember this, wanderers, when you set foot upon its shores. When you breathe its dust and dream its haunted dreams, know that every stone you stand upon was earned with life, and every shadow cast upon it remembers the flame that made it. Welcome to ASHVEIL. All right. And now, the first scene.
Whoopee!
Whoopee! The first scene. Smoulder, we're going to pan over to your character in this little intro sequence. I'll read a little bit and then I'll give you the reins. The patter of rain is the first thing you hear. It taps against the roof of the wagon, mixing with the metallic scent of iron and the cold morning dew that hangs thick in the air. Dawn hasn't quite broken yet. Only a thin blade of sunlight cuts across the horizon, enough to outline the barred walls of the wooden carriage you're trapped in. Oh, sorry, I read the wrong thing. My bad. Wait, did I? No, I didn't. Oh, I apologize. Continuing. Regret settles into your gut before your thoughts fully
Is that
form.
part of that?
Sorry, no. I misread it. I'm just gonna continue reading before I give you the reins. Sorry, I read to the wrong page. Regret settles into your gut before thoughts fully form. The heist gone wrong, the choices that led you here, the price your brother now pays beside you. You sit chained amongst a handful of other prisoners, some whispering prayers, others start staring hollowed-eyed at the floor. Boulder sleeps with his head leaned against the wall, peaceful in a way that almost hurts to look at. He followed you into every reckless plan, every half-baked scheme, every selfish whim, and now this. Your armor is gone, your weapons are gone. All that remains are your torn clothes, the weight of your shackles, and the steady rattle of the wagoning carrying you toward a fate no one has bothered to explain. Now it's your character.
Okay. I'm gonna nudge my brother. Try to get him to wake up.
Okay. Boulder, you feel a nudge at your side, and you are awoken from slumber.
What was that? Hello?
It's me,
Why'd you wake me up?
brother. I just gotta say something.
What?
Ah, look, it's hard to put into words, but okay. You know how I'm sort of like the mastermind behind our operations?
What about it?
Well, I feel like that maybe I messed up a little bit.
That's not very shocking. Why is that why you
Well,
woke me up?
well, look, I mean, we're in this carriage going to our untimely fates, and I just feel like, if anything happens, I should say what I gotta say before it's too late.
Don't think that way. We're not gonna die.
Oh, you're
You
not
know?
gonna die. A man speaks up with an eye patch and gray hair. There's a fate worse than death that waits for us, boy.
And what might that be?
Well, don't you know what happens to us? Those that aren't executed on the spot for the crimes we commit.
How would I know?
Uh-oh.
We committed crimes more heinous, or we crossed those we shouldn't have crossed. We're getting sent far away, boy. Further than you've ever gone before. Well, it looks like your
I-
friend's ears were cut shut.
Excuse me, can I take a brief intermission real quick?
Yeah, sure thing.
Uh, shoot. Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm having connection difficulties.
Okay. Do you want to
Josh, did you say that there was a way that I could change my you could fix my quality or something?
your mic quality? Your internet?
No, I'm just my connection is buns right now. Can I fix that somehow?
For for the Roll20 campaign?
No, on Discord. Like my disc, you guys keep cutting out.
Oh, hmm. Try restarting Discord. That usually helps. Like going into Task Manager, completely shutting it down, or maybe restarting your PC. That helps too.
Okay,
Just like
I'll
a
be
full
right back.
reset. Okay.
Do everything.
Yeah, got it. All right, we'll continue the scene between Boulder and this weird man.
Cast off the cloth of those holy men. We crossed them one too many times. Don't you know what that means, boy?
Nope.
Well, it's called Brackenford.
Brackenfort. What the
Yep,
hell's that?
Al Brackenford, where the depraved and forgotten are cast aside by all civilization and life. We're nothing more than trash now. Nothing more than their droppings they're merely shoveling and putting in a hole.
So it's a prison.
No, it's more than that. It's a collection of islands of criminals. It's a cesspool.
A cesspool.
It's a grave.
Every prison can be broken out of. Let's be honest.
Well, I'd like to see you try, but I got some people on the other side that would love to see me. And let me tell you, I won't be living very long after that.
So you live here?
No. What? Gods, no. Oh, hell no. No, I would never step foot in this place if I had a choice. My former associates, I'll have you know, they were sent over across a couple months back, and, betrayal and all that. So, when they catch wind of me walking about in old Brackenfort, well, let's just say they got people. I'm sure they got people that want to see me dead.
I'll be honest, I stopped listening a couple minutes ago. So you're saying this is some sort of inescapable prison?
Yeah, unescapable. It's like this collection of islands and stuff, and I mean, I guess you do whatever you want with your life, anyways. It's not like anybody gets out. They got
Okay.
they got people lining the walls. They got towers. Any boat that tries to escape is just shot down on sight. There ain't no leaving the place. You're gonna die there.
You hear this, Smolder? It's just a regular prison. Oh, maybe not.
He's thinking. He's thinking.
We didn't hear that. Josh, can you hear us?
Schmidt, you good?
Shinky Deminky?
Shinky the Bunky? You
Hello? Oh, can you hear me? Oh.
Bro, what's your guys' favorite animal?
Guys, I just got new Wi-Fi. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so what did you hear? What was the last thing you heard?
Last thing I heard was, "Oh, can you hear me? Oh."
Okay, so the conversation has been going around about there's this old guy who's talking to you guys about like you're getting sent to Isle Bracken for the prison island, and it's like no one gets out of it. And Boulder was like, "Oh, it's just another prison. You hear that, Smolder?" Did you get that?
I don't think I
Okay,
heard that, actually.
that's
I don't know if they
interesting.
heard it.
Oh, that's
Oh,
hello.
hold on.
All right, go on. Just go talk for a little bit, Balaban.
Testing one. Okay, so to recap
Okay, so
again, what's up?
I joined on my phone with no Wi-Fi, so hopefully that helps.
Okay, so you're in a wagon, and this old guy was talking to you about getting sent out of Brackenfort. It's the place that no one escapes, and everyone's died there. It's a grave. It's a prison. And then Boulder was like, "Oh, it's just a prison. You hear that, Smolder?" And nudges you.
Oh, just a prison? From what I hear, this ain't no prison.
And
Well,
what would it be exactly?
I reckon that we're going to our deaths.
We've been sent to our deaths before, and we got out of that.
Nothing like this, though. Look, Boulder, I I think we messed with the wrong people this time.
You have no faith.
Faith's with
I
Scott.
think you're.
Sorry. I'll shut up now. I have no point in talking to you fellas.
What do you got to say?
Well, all I'm saying is faith is the whole reason we got into this mess. If all those holy people weren't so high and mighty, we wouldn't have been sent to this place in the first place.
What do you mean, them holy people?
I'm talking about those mere Friedrin people. Surely you've heard of them. They're everywhere.
What? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. We ain't the brightest, and I did hear about them, but I heard about mass riches, and we did. Yeah. So we don't know much about those mere fragrant people.
I
Well,
don't care about politics.
there's plenty of those, so it makes sense that you wouldn't have heard about them. You don't seem like the top shelf of the top shelf.
Now you watch your voice.
Yeah, what you mean by
Oh,
that? Top shelf and top
I'm
shelf. What you mean by that?
terrified.
I don't think you know you're talking. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I don't think you know who you're messing with. You ever hear of us? We did many heists and many scores in our days.
No prison can hold us.
None of them. You're talking to Smolder and Boulder right here. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah, Blouder and Smoulder.
Well, if I end up
Yeah,
making out of this,
Smolder and Boulder.
I look forward to reading your tales in the newspaper. And as he says
The
that,
newspaper.
the wagon immediately lurches to a halt. Metal scrapes and the door slams open. Armored guards' hands drag you out into the blinding gray of the rain. Cold sand meets your knees as you're thrown down with the others. And they start like dragging you to the shoreline.
Oh, get your damn hands off me! I can walk.
They're silent. These men in silver-plated armor with large shoulder pads and geometrically sharp helmets with blades at their hips drag you to the shoreline. And as you're there, you see a ship and dock in to your right area, and all the other prisoners in the wagon have also been dragged off, and you're now almost lined up in a line as if your heads will be cut off in an execution. And a figure in immaculate silver armor, polished so perfectly it reflects the stormy sky. Wings crest from his helm, and a yellow cape wisps in the wind. Even through the rain, the man radiates an oppressive purity. And Smoulder, you would recognize this man as Commander Styx, Paladin of Mir Friedrin. And he begins walking to each prisoner with a scroll and reads off various sentences. Theft, smuggling, arson, murder, petty or severe, it doesn't matter. Every sentence ends the same. Banishment to Isle Brackenfort forevermore. One by one, the prisoners are condemned until Styx stops at the end of the line and meets your gaze, eye to eye. And he
Well-
pauses. Did you say anything
Well,
to
hey
him?
there, Sticks.
It's you.
Fancy seeing you here.
It's you. Never thought I'd see you. Well,
How's the whole paladin thing going on?
it'd be great if, you were one of us at some point.
Well,
Now I
one
get to
point I
carry out your
was.
sentence. Truly.
Well,
Truly, this was a gift from God. When he
Hey,
speaks, it is no longer formal. It's personal.
it is. Well, hey, listen, look, man to man, I had my reasons for leaving the Corps. Um, I'm a level with you. My salary wasn't that good. And, I did all this crime stuff and I got a lot of money. And to be honest with you, I think there's a lot of money in it for you if you just turn the other way and let me and my brother here go.
You see him standing over you, the scroll at his side. You catch a glimpse of what is written, and the sentence merely states banishment to Isle Brackenfort forevermore, just like the rest of them. But instead, in his hand, he raises the piece of paper, and in conjured fire, it burns. And he speaks.
As a traitor of Mir Friedrin into the sacred order itself, I take it upon myself to amend the sentences given here today.
A chill slips down your spine.
Smoulder, for perjury and defiance against Mir Friedrin and for spitting upon the oath you swore, you should be stripped of your voice. Let the silence you forced upon truth be your final prayer to the gods.
He turns to Blouder quickly.
And Blouder, for aiding this betrayal, you shall lose a single arm. May the limb that carried out such sin perish so the rest may serve our holy land faithfully.
Before you barely get a word out, Stick's fist, in a swift and painful motion, jams his gauntlet into your jaw, immediately shattering it in holy light as you begin to bleed out, your tongue hanging from your throat. And with his other hand, with that same hand, he sort of like rips out some of your throat, and with the other hand, he quickly chokes you. And a holy light emanates once more, and it sort of, you feel the blood gushing out of your throat begin to coagulate and stop, as if he's cauterizing the wound with his hand. And you lay to the ground, just disabled, shocked, and immediately you're sent unconscious. Blouder, as you begin to struggle, you struggling, throwing your arms around, trying to get to your brother, defending yourself against these guards. Two men in silver armor push your shoulders to the ground. As you are a big individual, they shove you to the ground, and one of them takes their sword and in a swift motion severs your left arm right off of your body. And with that same motion, his hand comes round and places itself on your shoulder, cauterizing the wound to prevent you from bleeding out. It appears they don't want you to die. They want you to live with what you've done. You stand there, or lay there, and you are also sent unconscious. Smoulder, as you barely hold on to what you have left, you open your eyes and you're being dragged away by purple armored soldiers, along with every other prisoner, dragging you up the ramp and onto the ship. Styx does not watch as you go. He simply turns away, as if passing judgment were no more, as if it were no more than a morning routine. The vessel's hull shudders, ropes are loosened, and the sails unfurl. As the ship pulls away from the dock, and the last thing you see of Mir Friedrin is Commander Styx, standing, unmoving in the rain, silver armor gleaming like a false sunrise. Destination, Isle Brackenfort, and you are now unconscious. Next, we're gonna move over to Rask's backstory. Well, not backstory, sorry. His little intro bit. And this one's going to be sort of a block of text, and then it should pretty much be a little bit free after that. It's a full moon tonight. Its light cuts across Brackenfort, reaching even its darkest gutters. A puddle ripples beneath your feet as you sprint through it, your breath tight. Your cloak clings to your ribs. They're behind you. The grunts, persistent, loud, sloppy. This was supposed to be simple. The battle rages on. And then, a portal splits the air before you. Oh, sorry. This was supposed to be simple. Flashlights snap toward you, beams slicing through the maze of alleys. Their shouts echoes. Too much noise. too much attention. Exactly the kind you don't need. You pivot into a side street as the city's chaotic, stacked architecture becomes your weapon. Ladders, balconies, jury-rigged lifts, a quick hop into the rickety elevator, a timed release, and the grunts lose your trail. With luck, none of them saw your face. You exhale. You're close. At the dead drop, you slide the echoed slip of paper into the crack, then disappear into the shadows as clouds swallow the moon. Your alarm clock wakes you. Its chime like the screaming of sirens. You drag yourself out of bed, get dressed, and report back to your station at Grimstag HQ. Rask, would you introduce your character?
I gotta think of a voice. Wait, how does everybody else talk in this prison? Because you said to do the opposite of that. I mean, an example here.
No. Sorry. Everyone that talks there sort of has I want to say a twang, like,
Talk like this. Talk like this, my friend. Talk like this.
it's sort of, it's a little bit of a twang. It's noticeable for like denizens of Brackenfort. They sort of slur
Okay.
their words.
I might just hit a classic, like classic little Brit here. Okay. All right, my name's Rask. I'm like, crap. I don't even know like what to say here. Who am I talking to?
You're not talking to anybody. You're currently just on your way to Grimstag HQ. I'm gonna read the rest of the rest of this little paragraph here, and then you'll be presented with the scene. I just needed you to give a little intro of what you look like, so people can picture something.
Yeah. My name's Rask. I'm like this little rat dude. Got this like grey fur, and like I'm just like a little. I'm like a little like slippery little guy.
Nice. Yeah. So, Rask, you gather some paper, as you are now in Grimstag HQ. You gather some papers and draft your report on the latest mission. Another assassination. How quaint. The targets were always easy to deal with, but their frequency has been increasing as of late. The sheer amount of paperwork still makes your head spin. But Pharaoh said you'd be assigned a new role. Knowing that man, though, you suspect the worst. You head over to his office and knock. He responds,
Come in.
and now you have the reins.
Oi. How's it going there, bloke?
Rask. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, you know. Got a bunch of denizens over here dealing with all them.
Right. Well, here's all this like paperwork, and I got all my targets done.
Yes. Thank you for always dealing with this. Usually I just get Virgil to do it, you know. No one actually ever does this shit, if I'm being honest. You're the only one that ever does. You know, enforcers thinking like, oh, I just do the violence and stuff. Man, I always love it when they scream when I kick their asses because they haven't filled out a piece of paper. I don't give a shit. All right, down to business. Rask, I did want to call you here for a reason. A fresh batch of bubblers is coming in. Head to the docks. If anyone's worth a damn, find anybody that's worth a damn. Bring them on. Bring them to me. It involves your next mission. If they fight, our boys will handle it.
All right.
Oh,
Sounds pretty simple.
Perfect. And he sort of like waves his hand.
Also, you're done with solo missions. I'm assigning you to a squad. You're an enforcer now, understood?
Yes, sir. What a great honor.
I know, right? I love my job. Yeah, good. You'll be working with the Rust Bucket, by the way. Captain Keel forced him onto me, and I've got no damn clue what to do with him. Boots, get in here.
And we're going to move over to Kane before we continue that scene. So, Gino, your character. I'm going to read this little... I'm going to read this little intro bit, and then this intro bit leads up until that scene. So, uno momento. Before you lies a battlefield. Strange creatures quarrel and violently tear each other apart. The sky is gray and void. The ground is covered in soot, suffocating any natural life that would dare to exist. You look down at yourself. This body is not your own. Humanoid, yes, but made of pulsing purple energy, each movement sending ripples through your form. The battle rages, and then a portal splits the air before you, carving through the fire and ash like a wound in reality. Something about it calls to you, a pull in your chest, a voice without a sound. You reach toward it. Light consumes everything. Another dream. Would you describe your character as you wake from your slumber?
As my character wakes, he opens his eyes with an orange glow, as he is a warforged, a creature of artificial life. He has a pretty impressive stature from the size modifier. He has gray, silver-plated skin, and all of his internal components from his rib cage to his eyes have this like warm orange amber glow to them. And when he wakes up, he's like, "Well, that's just the weirdest damn dream I ever had."
Yep. And to continue the narration. Along with the usual nightmares, the same dream keeps replaying. It used to come only once a month, but ever since arriving in Brackenford, it's been haunting you more and more. You shrug it off and gather your belongings within your silent, lonely abode. A hall once brimming with laughter and booze has been reduced to nothing more than a silent ruin. Their haunting visages begin to appear around the house. Derek, carving one of his wooden effigies, swearing to Alina that they hold divine power of protection. Alina, sparing a gentle giggle as she goes along with his playful gestures. Rick, impatiently waiting for their next request from the lieutenant, his vindictive grimace painted across his face. And finally, Frederick, your first friend since you arrived at the archipelago. He found you on the shoreline, looted, broken, barely clinging to awareness. With whatever scraps he could scavenge, Frederick repaired your damaged parts and carried you to Grimstag, where you discovered something you hadn't expected to find. A family. A home. From then on, the two of you were inseparable. Days filled with missions, nights hunched over half-finished gadgets and tinkering contraptions that never quite worked the way you hoped. Frederick always laughed at Derek's hopeless attempts to woo Alina, patting you on the back every time the man made a fool of himself. You'd share your stories of the world beyond Brackenfort, places you'd visited, wonders you'd seen, and Frederick would listen with wide-eyed awe, as though he were discovering magic for the first time. Together you dreamed of one day seeing the great city of Sklandrethal, the city of progress, you'd call it, a promise made in passing that slowly became a shared conviction. But dreams die quickly on Brackenfort, and that one died with him. Your mechanical hand drags across each chair, the clicking of your joints echoing through the empty mess hall, like the slow toll of a funeral bell. The air feels thick, every inch of this place saturated with the memories of laughter, arguments of the warmth you once shared. For a heartbeat, you swear you hear it all again. Derek's teasing, Alina's gentle giggle, Frederick's bark of laughter, Rick's impatient grumbling. You make it to the doorway before the wait becomes too much. Against your better judgment, you look back. They're there, all four of them, sitting exactly where they always sat. But they're wrong, ashen, translucent, unmoving. Smiles linger on their faces, but not the lively ones you remember. These are sad, final things. Their eyes, filled with sympathy, follow you, and together they offer one last silent farewell. Live on, and forget about us. I don't know if you heard that. Did the mic pick up the whisper?
It cut out for a second. The whisper really sad.
Live on, and forget about
Tear
us. A crack runs through your chest plating. You stand frozen, letting the grief wash over you until you can move again. Finally, you close the door, slowly and gently, on the ghosts of the life you lost. You then turn to Grimstag HQ. A new team awaits, a new beginning, maybe even the possibility of a new family, though the old one will never truly leave you. As you approach Pharaoh's office, you knock, and soon afterward, his voice breaks through the doors. Bolts, come in! And you're given the reins.
Well, howdy, sir. You called for me?
Yeah, Ross Bucket, yeah. So, here's the deal. I know your last team sort of kicked the bucket and all that, and Keel, I'm gonna be honest, doesn't give a shit about you. He gave you to me, and now I got to deal with you. You see this rat folk over here? You're with him now. Got it?
Okay. It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ratfolk.
Oi, sir, what do you have me doing here, working with this bucket of bolts? Aren't like, they don't have like, like living creatures' intuition.
Yeah. I know. If I hit it my way, I'd repurpose him for parts, but I can't just throw him out. Kate gave him to me with a specific order to not kill him, and I've got to put him somewhere. So, Rask, I'm sorry, but everyone else is full. With all the drafting going on recently, and the demands from the captains, I gotta put him somewhere. And honestly, Rask, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Out of anybody in this entire goddamn organization, you're the only one I trust, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you. And this guy, I have no idea who sent him, why he's here, I totally forgot his name of who the fuck that kid was, but he's here now, and I'm making it your problem, okay? Because you're the only one I can say will fix this.
Yes, sir, I understand.
Perfect. Now get down to the damn docks and get me my bubblers, alright?
Alright.
Fuck.
We're on it, sir.
Fine, alright. Good. Alright, and as you begin to leave the office, you sort of you gaze over to behind him and you notice a very large sort of trident. You pay it no mind as you leave. So yeah, you guys are now heading over to the docks, I assume. Is there anything you want to do beforehand? Like maybe, I mean, you have all your supplies with you. Anything you would need have equipped. Yeah. So
I think I'm good.
perfect. In that case, you head on over to the docks, and on your way, to give you a little bit of idea of the architecture and sort of the Bracken Fort's homey feel, you walk through sort of dilapidated streets, those unkempt and untaken care of, unless they're well-treaded paths. There are clay and brick houses along the ground floor of civilization, but most notably about how Brackenford, at least this island, handles its architecture. There are a lot of wood plankings, sort of scaffolding, and multi-leveled buildings, as there's like a second layer to life here, where you can walk across boards, and if you are native to the area, you'd be able to easily navigate like cutting a rope and almost like a pulley. You'd stand on a platform and it'd like pull you up to like the 4th floor of the housing district or something, and it's made of like wood. Clay housing is more on the multi-leveled areas, as it is pretty heavy architecture as it gets higher up, and very, I want to say, dilapidated on the 1st floor. And you sort of walk through, and this child sort of approaches the robot and will like pull at your cloak. Kane.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was answering a text message. What happened?
You're good. A child, just as you guys are walking to the docks, a child came up to you and pulled in your cloak, and he sort of says, "Hello, sir."
I'm gonna get down on one knee. Kane's gonna get down on one knee and put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "And what can I do for you, young man?"
Oh, I'm just. Are you a Grimstag officer?
Yes, I am.
He beams. He looks into your orange eyes and notices that you're sort of a robot, and he's like, "You're a robot?"
Yes.
That's so cool. So you have like, you're made of machines, and you can shoot like stars and bullets through your hands and stuff like that.
Basically.
That's so cool. I'm gonna be a Grimstag officer just like you one day, and I'm gonna protect my home.
Yeah. Join Grimstag today, right, Rask? Is that the move we're going for?
Listen here, kid. Grimstag is just a wonderful organization, and you know what? Someday you're gonna be something special. Hey, little one?
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be a captain one day. You wait. I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna be the Don's right second-hand man, and I'm gonna protect my family. I'm gonna protect my town, and those revolutionaries. I'm gonna give them what for. Yeah.
You're gonna make me so
Right.
proud.
That's a good one right there.
Can I
I'm
get
gonna
you?
give them all.
That's a good one.
Can I get you an autograph? And he sort of brings out a very small piece of paper, obviously with no pen to write with.
What am I supposed to do with no pen, young man? I'm sorry.
Oh, better luck next time as you have
I don't
like a
have a
bunch of
pen on me
tools in your
either.
pocket. Do you actually say that?
I mean, I don't have a pen. I'd be like,
You
well,
wait.
Plum
You
Dolly, I
have
don't have a
on your
pen on
character
me.
sheet. Wait. On your character sheet, you have tools. You have so many tools. Leatherworker,
I have thieves
smiths,
tools. Thieves tools.
thieves, tinker, smith, leatherworker. You have a pen. One of those gives you a pen.
Well,
Unless you
look
just
at
want to
that.
say
I
you
do have
don't.
a pen, young man. Look at
Oh.
that. I do have a pen here, young
Oh,
man. I
please.
pull out a pen.
Please.
It's my finger. My finger, like Go-Go Gadget, the tip of my index finger pops
Yes,
off
I
and
love it.
reveals like a pilot do underneath. It like pops out. And I'm gonna say, and who should I make this out to?
Oh, make it out to Bobby. Bobby Keel.
Bobby Kill?
Bobby
Alright, Bobby
Keel.
Kill. I got you, Bobby Kill. Don't you worry. And I'm gonna write for Grimstag's youngest and largest hearted member, Bobby Kill.
Oh, thank you very much. And it's like the paper's the size of a sticky note, so you kind of like compact it so it all fits in there. And he sort of holds it to his chest, and he's like, "Thank you very much, good sirs. Good day." And he sort of runs back to his father, and the man with like dark hair and sort of almost freckles kind of looks at you and gives you a thumbs up.
I'm gonna give him a wink.
Your eye slits shut and opens. And he doesn't really know how to respond, so he just kind of smiles and walks off, because obviously you're a robot. He doesn't know gestures. The translation. And so you guys eventually do make it to the docks. And in the distance, you do see the boat approaching. And to give you a sort of description of the scene, you see other sort of enforcer groups, like Grimstag officers around. It sort of looks like post-game scouts just around to try and like see if there's any high school seniors that are good for college type deal. There are groups of there's Grimstag groups. There's also a healthy amount of citizens that are onlooking, because obviously when bubblers, newcomers come around, it's kind of a big deal, because you don't know if you're going to get a rowdy bunch, or if it's going to be it's like a dice roll. Do you get somebody that's going to be like a revolutionary, a high member of Grimstag? Like, could this be the next legend of Brackenford? So people are just onlooking in anticipation as the boat approaches. And a scene that you would recognize, actually everyone here would recognize it. You see the boat approach, a galleon approaches, and a lot of soldiers that line the galleon itself have this purple armor with horns, as if they are demons themselves. And the boat approaches, and in their still visage, they sort of collect the prisoners that are on board, and you see them begin to unload it. And contrary to what you would believe, they're actually handled quite gently, unless they're being very rough about it. Like, as there's just there's a sort of gentleness to their touch to these prisoners, as if they almost feel sorry for them. And the prisoners are unloaded. The difficult ones are swiftly thrown unconscious and thrown on the beach. Some of the other ones are just stood in a line, so they keep a tab of who is here, making sure that they unloaded everyone that needs to be thrown off. And in the middle of the scene, a lot of the prisoners themselves begin to just run off, and the guards kind of look at each other, and they just shrug, and they continue to do their procedures to check everybody. And those that do run, you see like one of them just get beaten the shit out of and like robbed. Some of them are like grabbed by Grimstag officers. Like there's this really big guy who seems like seems like a giant, but is just a really big human, and he's kind of getting scouted by an enforcer. You miss the mark on that one, and as the rest of the prisoners sort of get lined up, the soldiers go back onto the boat and start preparing to undock. And before you are the prisoners, notably a lot of meek, scared individuals. They're surrounded by both civilians and Grimstag enforcers, and two of which are disabled Goliaths. And immediately as the galleon disembarks and leaves, all the enforcers begin to sort of rush the beach to try and scout if anybody is effective in combat. And this is when you get your time to go up.
See those two big boys over there? Just
Oh, I
worries me a
see
little,
'em.
you know. One's a gimp, and well, the other one can't really tell, but it looks like maybe his mummy chooses food for him.
Yeah, and you get a closer look, and one of them, the shorter one of the Goliaths, is sort of like wrapped in bandages around his mouth, and the other one appears to be have lost an arm, which is why the other enforcers don't really go to him.
Right. Well, what do you think, Tin Man? Want to give it a whirl?
I think we can get closer and assess their capabilities for Grimstag. Let's do it.
All right, so you guys walk up. I suppose you do.
Oi.
Yeah.
You big blokes.
What the hell do you want?
We're here doing a little recruitment type of thing. They call you, you see, we're with an organization here in Brackenford. It's called Grimstag. We kind of run the place, and, well, you guys are some big beefy gents here, eh? The only concerning thing is, well, it would be your disability. Don't really know if that'll be useful for us in combat. So, would you like to prove yourself?
It would probably sound more like.
He asked if you're asking us to join you.
Yeah, listen, it's kind of, you know, it's chaotic. You got all these different people from Grimstad going around trying to get the best bubblers they can find, and I figure, you know what? I was just tasked with bringing a few to my big man here, so I figured I'd go and I'd just get you two look like pretty big, strong men, if I do say so myself.
Big strong man. I love how you describe it that way.
What will make you think that we want to work with you?
Well, let's see. Your friend here is probably gonna, you know, I mean, with a gaping hole in his mouth like that, and, you know, only time will tell what's gonna happen to him. And, well, with you, I feel like we might be able to do something about the whole lack of an arm situation. It's basically protection, is what we're offering, and a sense of family and belonging here in this pretty desolate landscape.
Yeah, hold on a second. I'm gonna like go over and I'm gonna talk to Smolder, one-on-one.
Great conversation, honestly.
What do you think, Smolder? Yeah, I know, I know.
Smolder reaches to the ground and he picks up 2 sticks and he like points at them and then he snaps them in half.
Holy shit.
I'm not following.
He points at the 2 sticks again.
I'm not following.
He grabs 2 other sticks and he like shakes them at you.
There's a lot of sticks on this beach.
Why do you keep breaking these sticks?
He throws them down in madness and just stops breaking sticks.
You want us to break all the sticks on the beach?
He just glares at you.
I think I understand what you're saying. Hey, wait, I forget. Vinny, what's your character look like again?
A rat.
rat.
You're a rat?
Yeah, he's like a
Yeah.
rat man.
Hey,
He's a
Remington, get
swamp.
over here.
Excuse me. What was that?
Nothing. Um, we'll join you if you help us break all the sticks on this beach. That's what my brother wants.
You want to break all the sticks on?
Yeah.
Just between you and I, is your brother like? Is he all there, or like has
He's
there
the
been?
smartest person I know.
Okay, all right. Sorry, didn't mean to offend you there. Yeah, we can help you break all the sticks on the beach. I mean, there's not that many. It's a beach, so I guess let's get to breaking. I'm gonna pick up sticks.
I'm on it.
and break 'em.
I love
Get
how
to break
this
'em.
went from like violence to like, I guess we're breaking sticks now.
I'm gonna pick up a stick and break it, and then like wave super friendly at Schmitty's character, like I'm doing exactly what he wants.
You are
Uh,
exactly as planned.
Yeah, my eyes are given a story that like I'm not all too thrilled with the breaking of the sticks on the beach.
I mean, I'm
Oh,
gonna be
oh yeah,
honest, there's not that many sticks on the beach.
yeah. I mean, you know that he doesn't seem too thrilled about this. So you sure this is what he was trying to
I
say?
think I don't understand my own brother. Are you
All
insulting
right.
me? Are you insulting my intelligence?
No, you seem like a very able, very able-bodied, able intelligence man. I'm sorry, I guess. Well, there's not that many sticks. I mean, I think we're kind of done. So you guys gonna come with us then?
He's gonna start grunting and he's gonna point back in the direction like of the water, like where he came from.
I think he wants us to throw the broken sticks in the water.
Okay.
Oh
I
my
guess we can,
god.
someone throw the sticks in the water.
Isn't that what you wanted, Smolder?
He's just gonna disregard you and he's gonna just walk into the water and start swimming.
Wait, what does he think he's doing?
I don't know. Maybe.
He's gonna drown out there.
Well, I can't swim. I only got one arm.
Oh shit! I didn't ask you to get in the water and save him, but maybe
Well,
try calling out to him or something.
what am I gonna do? I can't yell that loud.
Are you?
He's
I'm gonna,
barely off the shoreline, if I'm being honest.
I'm gonna have an aside to the 10-man. Oi, Rust Bucket, do you really think that these are the two best people we could be bringing back into Grimstag?
I'm starting to have doubts as well. I'm glad you mentioned it, Rask. I was getting worried.
Is there anyone else on this beach that we can maybe pivot our focus towards?
Yeah, so you've been talking for a little bit, and a lot of the other groups, led by enforcers, of course, have sort of dispersed. They got their fill of what they wanted. There's a couple straggler, like other prisoners left on the beach that were unwanted or scouted, but were like, eh. So there's prisoners, and there's probably like a group of officers, like a single group of officers left, and obviously the citizens are still watching, but the crowd has deplenished quite a bit because the initial shock factor has gone down.
Well,
Everyone's had
alright.
their
I
fun.
mean, listen, the one without the arm might be a bit of a gimp, and I'm not sure if he's too intelligent. But the one in the water there, I mean, what's he got? Bandages around his face. He could be a great asset to us. But he's gonna get himself killed if he keeps swimming.
What do you propose we do, Rask? How can we get him to stop swimming?
Well, alright, I'll give it a bit of a whirl, and I'm gonna yell out and say, "Oi! You're gonna drown out there before you make any substantial progress."
I would just
I'm gonna
keep
grab.
swimming.
I'm gonna
Like
grab.
of course, like I'm guessing the water's sloshing, and so like I'm not really making any progress. But
Yeah, because it's the shoreline, you keep getting pushed. Wait, you know what? This is the great opportunity. Roll me an athletics check. This is a great
Okay.
opportunity.
Let me roll an athletics check with my
Can you-
fancy D20 I have.
Can you break through layer 1 of the sloshing water?
Shoot, I gotta look at my character sheet. Sorry, man.
You're good, broski. This is the opportunity. We're getting the rolls here in roll 20.
Okay, athletics check. Is that strength?
Yeah, it's strength based. You should have proficiency with it. It's a
I do have
skill.
proficiency.
Yeah. So
Okay,
click,
I rolled a dirty 20.
what you go to. You can click in your character sheet. We want to use the roll 20 format. So if you go to your character,
I did it in real life.
I can't verify it, and plus it's also on the recording. I can see the rolls and everything.
Okay, there you go. I pushed it.
There we go. Athletics 22. That's good enough. Yeah. So with the
It's
22,
better, huh?
you're making a lot of progress. You are you're still within earshot and eye shot, but you're a bit further now. So
gonna-
you're yeah.
Have the sticks that we've placed in the water like run back onto the shore because of the waves.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hand a stick to James's character, and I'm gonna. All right, so I'm gonna hand him the stick. Go ahead and see if you can hit your brother with this so we can get his attention.
Oh, that'd be kind of funny. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Roll me strength.
Got you. How do I do that in roll 20? Is that like a?
Yeah, you go to your character sheet. So click on
Okay.
Boulder with characters.
Yep.
Yep, and then you go to abilities, and you're just gonna go to the ability strength, and you're just gonna hit that. It should be like a +2. You hit the +2 button, and then it'll roll it,
Where?
and then it'll go in the chat.
In.
Yeah, on your character sheet,
Yeah.
under abilities, like your scores, like strength,
Abilities.
dex, con.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just roll a
click.
strength.
Yeah, click on the +2.
Did it work?
Perfect. 15.
Oh.
I want to say Smolder's armor class, because you weren't wearing any armor right now, it's 10 plus your dexterity. So for him, I think it's 9 right now. So that definitely hits. So you hit him with the stick, and it does like, roll me like a d4. Oh wait, no, it's 1
Okay.
plus your, yeah, roll me a d4 plus your strength modifier.
And I was that strong. Okay. Wait, 1 plus a D4.
Yeah, 1 plus a d4. Sorry.
Is there a way to just roll?
Strength. It's 1 plus your strength. Oh shoot, what am I talking about? Yeah, sorry. To just roll dice, I forgot to explain this. Do /R and then the dice, so like 1d4. And then
Just in the regular chat?
Yeah, just in the regular chat, like /R
Got you.
and then /R 1d and then whatever the dice is, which is a 4. And then you can do the additions like plus something. 1d4. Like I'll give you an
Wait,
example. It would look
like
like
the-
this. It would look like that.
I
I'm
got
sorry, I
1.
took your luck. So then it's plus your strength, which is 2. So then it'd be 3 damage total.
Got you.
So Joshua, you get a smacked in the back of the head with a stick, and that doesn't do enough damage to obviously knock you unconscious, but it does damage to you.
All right. Well, I rubbed my sore head, and I look back at my brother, and I sort of like put my arms up, like what the heck, man?
And then I'm gonna start yelling, "Oi! Come back to shore! You're going to die! I'm gonna jump up and down and wave my hands in the air.
I don't know. I'm not feeling very persuaded.
Wait, so you're not afraid
you're
of death?
I'm not feeling very persuaded.
Oh, you want him to roll a persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Rask, roll me a persuasion check. Oh,
Uber. No.
wait. Roll me
I'm not
advantage
feeling
because I
persuaded in
think.
the slightest.
Is anybody helping you with the
I'm
persuasion?
helping him. I'm helping him.
So roll that again. You have advantage. There we go.
All right, I feel pretty persuaded. I'm gonna start swimming back now.
Okay. To fast forward, you're now back on the beach, drenched in water, seaweed in your jaw, in your Jordans, in your pants, in your shirt, all that. You just because you swam in the water, you notice that it is very murky water. Like this part of the island is very untropical and almost seems polluted in a way.
It's like
Okay.
Lake Erie.
Yeah, like Lake Erie.
Good reference.
It's Lake Erie, man. Oh, I hate that. That's real life. All right. Anyways, so yeah, you're now all back on shore with each other.
Is the water cold?
I'm gonna point at Rat, and I'm gonna point to myself, and I'm gonna point back at the water.
You know,
Is there
you
like a
said
boat?
that
Is there like a boat around or
Get in.
anything?
No, there's no. Well, it is a dock. I will say there are some boats around.
I'm gonna point at a boat. I'm gonna point at the water, as well as pointing at Rat.
would this be like the boat he's pointing at? Would it be like a boat that's like guarded? Like it has to be, so people can't leave, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. No, noticeably, okay. You as Rask and your background know that there are no guards to stop you from leaving this island. Like you can go on the boat and sail freely to other islands and other places in the archipelago.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The
'cause it's a
defense,
bunch-
yeah, the defense is around the archipelago. So if you try and leave, like to go to the outer edges or like through the main gate, I want to say that's when it's like, all right, you can't
Yeah.
leave. Like, but they don't interfere with what happens inside. So
You're
at
right.
most the guards would be like maybe if Grimstag officers were hired, but they wouldn't be. There's like maybe like one group of enforced like officers on the dock with like a big vessel there, and then some like little dollies and other boats that are just kind of docked there.
Wait, if you want to take the boat out and go see this beautifully disgusting ocean, that's fine by me. But listen, you can only make it so far before you hit the outer wall, and when that happens, you're not going anywhere from there.
How good do I know like the map? How well do I know like the shape of
Roll me
what's
history.
my hometown called again?
Your hometown? I don't know the town that you make up the name of your town, but you're from Plautos Ravernus. Sorry, you're from P Treaty.
Yeah, I'm from Peak Treaty. Okay, right. So I'm gonna can I draw like in the sand with like one of my sticks? Can I draw like Peak Treaty?
Oh, like the spelling of Peace Treaty, or like the
I guess I can do that. That's probably easier. Yeah.
yeah, because drawing a shape of a kingdom is like it's
Yeah,
like, what am I
fair.
looking at? Is that like a wart? No. Okay. So yeah, you draw the word P Treaty in the sand.
Sure, and then I like point at it for the rat.
Give me a moment. I'm pulling up. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Is that where you guys are from? And I'm asking this to James because he can speak.
Yeah.
Nice place. Well, you'll never see it again, so. And I'm gonna basically kick the sand and erase the writing.
Now, why is
I
that?
love
Why
it.
can't we go back?
Nobody. And I mean nobody. And I'm gonna pat him on his big, broad shoulder while I say this. Nobody ever leaves Brackenford.
Why can't we just take the boat?
You can take the boat. Brackenford is an archipelago of, well, basically disgusting, underrun islands, and you can go and you can visit whatever island you want, but around the archipelago is a wall. And once you reach that wall, if you try to cross through the gates, you will be decimated. I mean, blown into such little pieces that the most skilled of investigators wouldn't even be able to identify who you used to be.
Is it like guards or something or magic?
Nobody who's been there, well, really ever comes back. You see, you try to escape, you die. That's the little sitch there. Your best bet is to come with me and the Rust Bucket, and we'll accept you into this beautiful community within Brackenford that we call Grimstag, and you can have like your own little family here, and that's how you live. That's how you live the good Brackenford life. I promise. You gotta believe me here.
Now you're telling me that not a single person's ever escaped this place?
Would I
Not
know if a single person has ever escaped this place?
there have been rumors, there have been theories. The names escape you. That's not important information to you specifically.
Okay.
To summarize, no. It just that seems preposterous in reality.
You know, you might hear a rumor or two, but in reality, no. Nobody's ever left. Nobody ever will leave. And that's just the way it is here.
As they're talking, I like wrote in the sand, quote, Captain Sticks must die.
Oh.
Do I know Captain Sticks or no?
No, that's you would have no idea. That's
Okay.
like yeah.
I don't know who
Cuz you're
Captain
yeah.
Sticks.
We gotta find the captain of all these sticks and then break that one.
No,
Understand it.
I don't think that's it. All right, you big guy without the arm. Who's Captain Sticks?
No, I think he's right. I think he's right. That's why he wanted us to break all the sticks.
Doesn't he know who
No.
Captain Sticks is?
Oh, wait
Yeah,
a
he
minute. Wait a
does.
minute. Now, hold on. A Smolder, Captain Sticks. That was the guy with the magic hat and the big hand.
I point at his arm, well, missing arm, and I point at my missing jaw.
Chopped
I
my
see.
chopped my arm off. If you
He's the
didn't
one who
pick up from what he
disabled you
did.
blokes, isn't he?
Yeah, he
Well,
chopped my arm off.
I can tell you with certainty, you will never kill nor probably see a Captain Sticks ever again in your life. Trust me, gentlemen, this is your home, and you gotta get used to it. The sooner you accept it, the better off you'll be. And you just gotta trust me on that one. Am I right, Tin Man?
Yeah, you'll come to understand that we're all like a family here at Grimstag. Soon we'll be brothers just like you two.
Well,
So what do you gentlemen say? You wanna come and meet the man who sent me to get you?
give me 1 second. I'm gonna like talk to Smolder. So, what do you think? Should we join them for now?
I'm gonna write in the sand, I don't know if you know how to read Boulder, but I'm gonna write something along the lines like, "We'll join and then we'll figure out a way to escape."
We will join, and then we will find a way to. I got you. Okay. Hey, mouse man.
I'm a rat folk, but yeah, what do you need?
Yeah, we'll join you.
Perfect. Let me go and bring you to one Lieutenant Farrow, and he'll assess the situation. So I guess we're gonna go back to see the big guy, and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
"Hey, look
yeah.
at these big,
Look
beautiful
at
men
this
I got."
big burly man.
I mean, they are
That's-
Goliaths, right? I
yeah,
heard that correctly.
yeah, they're tall, they're big. I mean, actually, hold up. Just out of
We're actually
curiosity for me,
dwarves.
Kane, how tall is Kane?
Is 6'6" when I rolled on the size
Holy.
table for Warforged.
Yeah, and how tall are these pair of Goliaths?
Might have made him 6'7" just to be funny, but I have to check.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I think we talked
I
about
don't
that.
even know how tall my character is. I don't know if I actually ever like explicitly set a height.
I
Oh wait,
mean,
I did. It's
it's
3 feet.
Yeah, you're a small creature, so you're tiny.
Damn.
Yeah, he's literally a small creature. So when he talks, he's just looking up. His nostrils
Yeah,
just
like
pointed.
100%.
Yeah, these big burly men. Your calves are the size of my whole body.
That's probably true.
And then what about a Smolder? How tall is Smolder?
6'10".
Yeah, you
Sorry,
it had to be taller than the mechanical man. All right, fair enough.
I thought Smolder couldn't talk. Can we write that in the sand, please?
No,
I'm gonna
those
write 6'10" in the sand. No.
6'10". Oh, 6'10".
Oh.
Oh, he wants us to kill 6 to 10 people. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm 7'1".
Okay. Dang, you're tall. All right. So you guys make your way through the town, sort of getting curious look from the townsfolk. Smolder and Boulder, you get some dirty glares from people. You don't know why. You guys continue walking, and you make it to, I'm going to describe this, what is Grimstag HQ, a large sort of stone building with a lot of mechanisms and contraptions, not like magical or metal in any way, but more so think of like elevators or like little like elevator mechanisms and traversal mechanisms to like get you around the building very quickly. Think of like an elevator that swings around the building and you kind of have to hold on for dear life as it swings around to get you to a floor that's like 5 floors up in a really short amount of time, stuff like that. It all seems pretty normal to people. There are office workers, like people in somewhat fancy for Brackenfort, I'd say, clothes, as you know, they're doing paperwork. You're walking through the offices at this point. People in, you know, somewhat formal garb, some people in sort of ratty jeans and open jackets and all that. Those seem to be like the somewhat officers or conscripts that have been coming in recently. Yeah, and you make your way through the offices and the hallways, and you make it to Pharaoh's office.
Oi, uh, Mr. Pharaoh, got some bubblers for you. Oh,
What? What now? What now?
we got the bubblers from the dock. We got some big ones here.
Oh, good.
They're a little vegetative though.
Good on
If
you.
I
Good on you. Wait, you got a couple of disabled fucks with you, huh?
Well, the one just can't talk. He looks like he would be you know, it looks like he's pretty able-bodied, and the other one, I'm gonna kind of like say this aside to him. The other one's pretty stupid, but if it comes down to it, he's got a nice big body that we can use as like, a shield if we need to.
Right, right. He is 7 foot long, so I get that. I'll get that. Okay.
Pharaoh
Okay.
knows instantly how tall he is.
This whole group is like sit like almost 7 foot, and then you just have a 3-foot rat. It's like you don't know, if you look at the group, you don't know whether to look at the rat or everyone else. Okay. Pharaoh continues.
All right. So these are the bubblers you decided on, then?
Yeah, they seem pretty good in my eyes.
Okay. Okay. Rask. I hope these are good people. Good people. I hope for your sake, because time to give you more of a description of what's going down. So, Rask, I guess I'll debrief the whole situation. You two there, Smolder and sorry, fuck, I don't know your names. What's your name? What's your names?
Oh yeah, I'm Boulder, and this is Smolder.
Oh, I bet your parents loved you. Okay.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
It means your parents probably didn't really love you because they gave you such terrible names. Anyways.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. Yeah, so that completely made me lose my train of thought. You guys are gonna now go join Grimstag. Congratulations. What that entails is you're gonna be working with a group.
usually in the size of 4 to 5 people, led by an enforcer. You will get paid, you will be given equipment, you'll be given the means, and you basically get reign to do whatever you want as long as you do the missions that me or anybody of a higher rank tells you to do. And that's pretty much how things run around here. Injustice and all that has been come up, but let's be honest, nobody gives a fuck. We just need the money, and so do you, because you'd rather not get robbed, and if people mess with you, they mess with us, and most importantly, they mess with me, because if I don't deal with them, then that's my fucking problem, and I don't want that problem. So try and fix your own problems, because I don't want to have to deal with what you have to do. I think that's the whole entry bit. Uphold justice and yada yada, whatever. Congratulations, that's your initiation. All right. Anyways,
I have a question.
what's up? What
for
is
the
it?
DM.
Yes, Mr. Schmidt.
How deep is like Smolder's knowledge on magic?
On magic?
Or like technology or like anything
Oh, like
that
magical technology? Well,
Yeah.
do paladins have spellcasting at first level? Because I know you have lay on hands and all that. Like, are you able to cast spells yet? Let me check. No, you don't have spells yet. Okay, spellcasting comes later. Your knowledge of spellcasting is probably along the lines of it's like supernatural powers. You don't know the bounds and limitations to it. Roll me an arcane. Like, what are you specifically looking for?
I'm gonna
Like, you know what it
okay, so
is. You know what it is because people in your profession have used it. But it's been like for combat. Like artillery, like balls of fire. Let's see. 12.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna attempt to convey or ask the boss here and like point at my mouth and see if there's any way they can fix me.
Oh, you're trying to convey that? Roll me a charisma to try and get your point across. Or like a performance.
Charisma or performance, which one?
Either way, if you have proficiency in roll me a performance. Yeah, so 14. So I would say he sort of looks at you funny, and then he goes, "What you want me to do, something? Listen, in order to solve that shit, you need more magic than anybody I know's got. Maybe a captain knows something. The most I can offer you is like a slap on the back and maybe some money. I don't know. Just figure it out. Somebody here probably knows something."
In the last ditch effort, I'm gonna like tap on Boulder and point to the guy and hope that Boulder can like make my case for me. But we'll see, I guess.
This can be misinterpreted very wrong.
What do you want me to do?
I'll just keep pointing at him and I point at like my jaw.
Oh,
I think I know what you're
no.
saying.
Oh, no.
Well, sir, what'd you say your name was again?
Talketh Pharaoh.
Repeat that.
Talketh Pharaoh.
So Mr. Sparrow, I think it's my brother here. Well, you see, he's missing a part of his body. I don't know if you could see that, but I'm missing one too, actually. But he's wondering if he could perchance get his body back. I think.
I nod.
Yeah,
Okay.
he wants his body back.
Pharaoh kind of contemplates and he sort of puts his head into his hands and like taps it against his forehead a couple times. And then he looks at you guys once more and says, "Listen, okay, I get it. Disablement sucks. Look at Kane over here. He's got metallic parts all over his body. Can't you ask him something? Maybe he can fix something up for you and get you replacement parts, because he's working just fine how he is. So if anybody on this island knows how to do something, it'd be him or his kind. Okay. Me personally, I don't know something. If you want to know, we get a lot of bubblers almost every month now. There has to have been somebody that was a tinkerer or something that will give you replacements for what you lost. Does that make sense? Am I getting through to you?
I nod and I like put my eyes on Kane, hoping that Kane has an answer.
Can I roll a medicine check to see what I can do?
Honestly, I would say you can roll me like intelligence, like arcane. Like this
And
this
then
could
how are you guys rolling ability scores?
ruling ability. What do you mean?
Like when I go to
Roll,
the character sheet from
just
roll
tap on the
20,
ability.
Yeah, so
like on the name. Oh, I see.
yeah. They have a little
Roll
bit of a different
intelligence.
thing, so
Let's
they have the
see.
24.
I I
Cool.
have
So
a voice box thing I could kind of make with magic tinkering. If somebody records a message, he could repeat it. They could be heard up to 10 feet away, as long as it's less than 6 seconds long. Is there a phrase you really like to say a lot? And I also got
I'm gonna
a
shake my head.
team intelligence check.
okay, I'll say you know
Let
this
me
much.
see what else I can do for you.
Along with that, you also know that these aren't your current capabilities, but you see in your future that when you get better at your craft, you might be able to make some prosthetics.
I've been practicing on some prosthesis. I want to build myself some better mechanical limbs as well, but fortunately, I don't have anything that can be applied to organic tissue at this moment. I'm sorry. Unless you want this pre-recorded message or pre-recorded odor, I can do that as well. You'd like an odor to come from your mouth.
I shake my head.
Oh, you don't want the older
Well,
mouth?
okay, you let me know if you change your mind. Bless your heart.
Yeah. So if that doesn't work, again, we get bubblers all the time. Find somebody crafty. Somebody crafty. They'll be able to help you out. We get some people from Sklendrithal, and don't know if you know what that is, but from what I heard from the people that come around, there's a lot of crafty people. We had a couple that used to work here, long dead, unfortunately. But there should be somebody alive on the island that can help you, if that makes
Is
sense.
there any like readily accessible like quill and parchment in this guy's office?
Yeah, there's some empty pieces of paper along with a quill and ink on his table, on his
Can
desk.
I grab it and write down something?
Yeah, he allows it. You just do it.
All right, so I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna say, I won't do any work until you fix me.
Oh, okay. So you're in. Oh, okay. Well, listen here, little boy. You come on my island, and we offer you work. Normally, what goes on with you folk is you wander around, and you know what happens to them? They get beaten the piss out of and robbed of all their belongings. Not that they have any, and because they don't, they get killed. That's what happens to most of them. And if that doesn't happen to you, good luck making a living. Most people don't take kindly to bubblers. So what we do, we had a solution to that. We bring them on as Grimstag grunts. So they're able to go around enforcing the law, fighting against those dickheads over up north, and making sure it's peaceful all around. What I'm trying to get at here, sorry to blow my ears off here, what I'm trying to say to you is that you're not in any place to make demands. I've tried to make it as comfortable as possible for you to get to work. Now, if you're asking me to recreate a fucking job for you, I'm sorry, but you're shit out of luck. Good luck finding one. That's what I can say to you. I'm not saying it's impossible. Hell,
this guy over here just said he might be able to do it down the road, prosthesis and whatever the fuck he said. So, no, I'm not gonna fix you before you get to work. Either you work or you piss off. You understand?
I'm gonna write down, I can't work without my voice. So if you don't fix me, might as well just kill me now.
He looks at the paper. He looks at your physique. And he says, "Oh, brother, you don't need your voice to get a point across. There's a lot more than words to convey a meaning. I learned that from some guy in a theater once. Yeah, we got theaters over here. What'd you think? Yeah, I'm cultured. Anyhow. Yeah."
I was a fan of silent film.
Hey, don't judge me, Ross. I was trying to warm up to you. I'm a bit more sympathetic compared to the other enforcers. Not that I truly care, but I'm at least a little bit empathetic. And I understand disabilities suck, but in this day and age, in this world, and with every month us getting new bubblers, somebody, and I mean somebody's, gotta be able to fix you. The thing is, I don't know who. So ask around, do what you gotta do, but I'm not gonna go pissy like, oh, it's my job to fix you. I got a lot of other shit to work on, okay? I got like 3 captains giving me missions. I got a revolution up north that's been pissing me off because I got to delegate a bunch of my enforcers up there. And the last thing I need is a pissy frissy little Goliath being like, oh, I can't take my turn. So suck it up, be a man, and get to work. Otherwise, I will toss you off the side of the shores. I don't even know. Do whatever you want, but I ain't paying you if it ain't gonna work.
Alright, I just glare at him, and then I look down to Ratman.
Well, boy, you gotta do what the man says.
And then I just nod and shrug.
Surrender.
It's all right, buddy. We'll get you fixed, soon enough. And I'm gonna I can't reach his shoulder, so I'm just gonna pat him on the buttocks.
Honestly, that would be you reaching all the way up with your arm.
Yeah,
It's like above your head. You just.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. And I guess if that's that scene, then Pharaoh's just going to continue. All right. And now that that's in introductions are on order, here's the situation. I apologize. I just had lunch. Virgil, come in, please. Oh, God. And he sort of is struggling with something he ate today. And he asks Virgil to come in. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the DM struggling. Okay, I'm back. A man opens the door. He would be considered tall if it weren't for the average size of this party. So a sort of lanky man, not even 6 foot. He's more like 5'10", I'd say. And he walks in through the doorways. It is what firstly appears to be a mummy, a man wrapped in bandages from head to toe, wearing a sort of almost leather or cloth sort of vest that is almost the center's been sort of being held together by 2 threads of string. The rest have been broken and tattered. He's wearing raggedy gray slacks held together by a nice looking belt, clearly a gift from a higher up. And he wears, sandals for his shoes, and he walks in through the door, and he says, "You called for me?" Yeah. Virgil, these guys, there's no, Rask. He's worked with us for a little bit. I know you've been on paperwork duty, and I know that's what you always wanted to do. You never like to be on the field. But listen, things are rough, and I can't be catering to your desires anymore. So you're a part of them now. You're a part of this group. You're going to be the temporary enforcer. Because I trust Rask, but I trust you more. So currently, So you teach him the ropes, what it means to be an enforcer. I know you were one before, and then Rask will take your place after a little bit. And so you're like the mentor for him for a little bit. Does that make sense? Yes. Thank you, sir. And he sort of nods and looks to the rest of you. His eyes almost look mad, and he stretches out a hand. Hello, my name's Virgil. It's a pleasure. I look forward to working with you. His voice is like raspy and strained.
I'm gonna shake his hand. Boy, it'll be nice to work with you too. I've heard that you're a great man.
Yeah, you as well. You do a lot of good work. I'm sorry that you've had to handle so much difficulty.
Well, you know how it is. Just gotta keep chugging, keep doing what they throw at you.
Right. I've handled most of the paperwork that would have been delegated to you. So, I hope your workload is light.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
appreciate
I'm gonna do some perception here and see if Smolder can sort of like see if there's some sort of problem that Ratman has faced in this line of work or something.
What are you trying to? Is that insight? What are you trying to?
I guess it's insight because like you know how the guy was like, I'm sorry I had to face some of these difficulties.
Oh yeah, Virgil was like, yeah, I'm sorry you had to face so many difficulties. You don't have to roll again. I'll just take the previous roll with your modifier,
Okay,
which is the same, so
so I'm just gonna
17.
like try to get any like more information on that with my excellent
Okay,
perception skills.
so I mean, okay. From that, when he said difficulties, it seemed to have a serious undertone, so you can tell that Rask's line of work was probably strenuous or tasking. Like, this man has probably held more responsibility than you've touched. Like, something weighs heavy on his shoulders, probably, because of work.
Okay,
Okay. Yeah, so that's what you get.
cool. That's all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Cool. And yeah, so you and Virgil shakes your hand, Rask, and he looks to the rest of the party and he says,
Well, let's get you situated up at home base for all of you.
yeah. You go do all that. I got other meetings and stuff to do. Yeah, go show them where they live and everything. I'll talk to you tomorrow about your mission. Just get it situated.
Yes, and I'll make sure these two are equipped.
He gestures to Smolder and Boulder
Follow me.
as he walks through the door. All right. So I just I assume all you follow through. You guys
Yeah, I'm
follow.
gonna follow.
Yeah. So you guys follow the man, and he walks through the halls, and he comes up to an armory and says,
Grab whatever you need. I'm sorry that the supply is quite low. There's a war approaching, we suspect, so we don't have much in arms currently, so you'll have to make do with what we have.
"So this
Is
is
that
where
a
you."
joke right there?
What?
Arms? We don't have many arms. Was that a joke?
Oh no. I'm
Because I'm
terribly
missing my
sorry.
arm.
No, that
All right,
I
you
wasn't
got you
trying
gotta
to.
forgive. He's a bit. He's not the brightest bulb in the bunch. You know what I mean?
I'm not a light bulb. I'm a person.
You see what I mean? Yeah, you're a person. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. I am sorry about my previous comment. I wasn't trying to be insensitive.
Oh no, it's fine. It's water under the bridge.
Perfect. Yes.
All right, so yeah, you guys will get equipped. Basically everything in here, it is just basically so you guys get all of your equipment that you have. Boulder, I think you'd probably grab your great axe along with a warhammer.
Yep.
I put the warhammer in your sheet just because that's the only thing you can work with one hand.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep. And everyone else would probably just get the weapons they need. Obviously, Rask and Kane are already fully equipped with what they need. This is their day-to-day. And you guys get equipped, and Virgil leads you out of HQ to a sort of... Unless you guys wanted to do anything else at HQ. or ask Virgil any
Done.
questions.
I'm not. I'm good.
Okay. So you guys make your way to a housing district. It's probably the most uniform looking area on this island, because it is specifically for Grimstag employees and associates. So you being officers would get a sort of group home. Kane, you recognize this. Rask, you assume that you were being delegated new housing, as before you were living in a single home as a sort of associate rather than officer. And you guys enter the group home, and it seems quite homey. There is a sort of large circular table. It seems to be the dining table, with a medium-sized kitchen with a counter that also acts as a bar, a staircase immediately to your right that leads up to the second floor area, with all the rooms being visible from the front door. There appears to be a room for up to like 5 occupancy. There is a sort of master bedroom on the first floor, and a single bathroom on the other side of that master bedroom. And yeah. All right.
All right. First rule here, I like a clean home, so let's, you newbies, let's try to keep it nice and tidy in here, alright? Brackenford might not be the prettiest place to look at, but I want people to walk into my abode and be pleased with its cleanliness. Is that understood?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Then, I guess we gotta figure out the bedroom situation.
Virgil pipes up. I am quite all right with sitting at one of the top floor rooms. I don't need much to keep myself occupied. I'll go gather my belongings at my previous home. And he sort of just
Alright.
leaves. I don't care which room I get.
Alright, fair enough.
He leaves.
Anybody have any requests?
Yeah, I'd
I'm
like
okay
to
with
stay
bedroom I'm in.
near. I'd like to stay near the Smolder.
Alright, so we'll put you two in the rooms next to each other, and I
They're all-
guess
Sorry,
Yeah?
I'm gonna start like unwrapping my moist bandages.
Oh, no. Those for note, those bandages were given to you by the men in purple armor. They sort of like patched you up a little bit.
The men in purple armor.
Yeah, the men in purple armor, not the silver armored people that were from your region. The people on the boats.
Yeah, no, I was gonna take them because they're moist and it's irritating me.
Yeah.
So
You're good.
everyone can see my my gruesome jaw that's
Oh.
torn off.
Yeah, so
boy, that's fucking rank. Anybody got some bandages or a mask so we can cover that up? I mean, jeez, that my sleep paralysis demon might have just taken a new form. Let's cover that up, please.
just part of his throat is also open, so the tongue kind of just hangs out
Oh yeah,
of his mouth, and it just looks like rank, like it almost alien, as only his top jaw is left, and you can see the teeth from the back of his throat, like the back, like almost as if it was an autopsy of somebody's face that has been blown off. You're surprised how he is still alive.
alive, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, anybody got any bandages or anything? Looks like that as a no. Oh, jeez, I don't know how long.
Everyone's just dead silent.
If you do me a favor
Could
and
use some
just
bed sheets,
And-
maybe.
Funnily enough, the only guy that would have bandages on him just left.
if you could do me a favor and just look the other direction while we're talking to you, that'd be great, because I can't look at that and not feel physically ill.
I cast like cure wounds to like at least make it less gross or something.
Yeah, there's probably a couple open wounds that lead to him bleeding, and he's like coughing a little bit. You cast cure wounds, and none of the flesh comes back, but it's just that you clot the blood, so he's no longer choking on bits of blood that go down his throat. So
Perfect.
it's now less red. It's the less like vibrant red and is more skin to pink tone, if that makes sense. It's not as gory.
See, you got like, and this is to James. You got like the nice end of it. They cut your arm off. That's like a battle hardened scar. This, I mean, he's. I mean, we should have like a conversation with him about how, I mean, nobody's ever probably gonna want to lay with him ever again because I don't
You went
see,
there.
I don't see how that can, no,
My
that
brother
can
has
Well,
no
you can
trouble
always
with
use
the.
the voice box.
Oh. Hey, how's that voice
I have
box
a
work?
6-second voice. I can make a 6-second sound, and we can repeat the sound. We could have his brother put a chanting word in there, and he'll sleep with many a lady, I bet.
I
The
think that's a
sound
good
should
idea.
be get away from me because the moment you see my face, it's gonna make you regret ever opening your eyes.
No, you
Or I
underestimate the
could make
power of
it
a
through
sound.
motor.
All
Or
right,
takes
well,
just one sound.
I'm gonna take the master bedroom because nobody else has taken claim to it, and I want that big ass bed. So
Yeah, that seems fair.
I like how the smallest guy gets it.
I know that's gonna. I
I
thought there'd
mean,
be some
you are
pushback
the
from my.
enforcer of the group. You are the highest ranking member, aside from Virgil, of course.
Rash, hear me out. Hear me out. See, I don't require sleep due to my robotic nature. I just kind of go into like a little rest mode, but I can still kind of see and hear. Now, what if we shared a room and I kept watch for any dangers, that might come in your
See that
room?
already? Sleeping with a rust bucket already gives me the heebie-jeebies. So what we're gonna do is we'll turn you off, and then we'll point you out the front door. So if anybody tries to break in, you'll be right there to stop them.
Can
What if
I?
somebody like tried to shoot their way through the door and they shot me though?
Well, you're made of metal, right? And it's not gonna hurt that much.
I guess I'll find out.
Or you can take a bedroom, but we're not. I need my own. See, as like a rat folk, I like to make like a little nest in my bed, and like I just need my own space.
You make a nest?
Well, like in it, like out of the pillows and it's just I like my privacy, so I'm gonna politely decline your offer.
Damn. I'll ask Virgil next.
I'm sure that'll go well.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
try to
Well,
perceive the sort of hatred that the rat has for
Oh
the
yeah,
robot.
it's very visible. No insight check required.
No insight check required. Okay,
This is just pure
interesting.
racism.
yeah, that's literally what it is. It's not that I'm not. It's not that like I'm not like Will Smith and iRobot, where like I don't trust him and I think he's gonna turn. I just think he's like inefficient compared to like a person.
No, yeah, and to be fair, everyone else thinks the same thing. Everyone you've interacted with, that is like you've
Right.
heard rumors of the rust bucket, and Pharaoh keeps like going off about him, and you just what you hear is like, oh, this wire back. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all you've heard.
It's not so much like I'm afraid or like I think he's gonna like turn out. Like I
It's
just think
just hate.
yeah, he's just inferior. Like I'd rather have a real person.
If you were locked in
Would
a room with
Smolder
him, you would be the
or
better person.
Smolder or Boulder know anything about like robots, or is this like a new kind of thing to us?
This is completely new to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so how
All right,
are the
well,
rest of you? Oh yeah, yeah. Go on, Rask.
I'm gonna take my stuff and do I have my stuff or would I have to go back and get it?
You'd have to go
Like
back to your. That's what Virgil did. He's like, I don't care what
yeah,
room I
that's
get,
that's
and
what
he
I'm gonna
left.
do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and get my stuff.
So you said I'm claiming the
Yeah,
master
I'll go back and
bedroom.
get my
I'm gonna
stuff.
go get my stuff, and you leave. Kane, you also leave. And now it's
Mhm.
Boulder and Smolder in the house. Which rooms do you claim?
Well, what are the nicest rooms here?
The nicest room is the master bedroom. Resk said he wanted
Second.
that one.
Second nicest.
All the second floor rooms seem to be pretty uniform, but you notice that the sort of middle room does have a window to get some natural lighting, and also has a bookshelf. But other than that, those are the differentiating factors between the other ones.
Hey, Smolder, you're getting the middle bedroom.
All right. So I just go to the middle bedroom then.
Yeah, so as I described before, there's a bed in the back left corner of the room. There is a little desk lamp to the right of it, a small dresser with 2 drawers for your clothes, another table that sort of sits perpendicular to the window for morning sitting, or if there's like coffee, if you want some privacy. There's also a bookshelf, obviously empty, and a lamp on the other side of the room to illuminate the dark corner.
Nifty.
Yeah. And Boulder, what room do you take?
One on the left.
Far left?
I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
They're
Yeah,
both the
because
same.
there's 4 rooms up in the master bedroom. So he got the center left room. You got the one next to him, the left one, to the left of that.
Okay.
Yeah. So in that corner, there is it's almost there is a sort of window, but it's not like a square window before. It sort of has a rectangular like slit window on the other side of the wall. Sorry, the left side of the house wall that how do I explain this? When you enter the room through the door, on the left wall, there is a rectangular small slit window that brings in a little bit of light, but you mostly rely on a lamp on the far right corner of the room to illuminate the rest of the room. There is still the bed in the same place, dresser's the same, dresser lamp's the same, and yeah. Yeah, you just get
Cool.
you get a little simple room there.
Not too shabby.
Yeah, and I assume you just wait and for time to pass until Rask and Virgil come back.
Yeah.
Rask, you collect your belongings and you head back. It's a pretty quick. You're pretty sophisticated and efficient with what you own, so it's all able to go in a single bag. And on the way back, you pass Virgil, who also has a sack of stuff and a sort of machine wrapped around his left arm. And do you go up to walk with him or just walk separately to the house?
Yeah, I'll go up to work with them.
Right. So you walk up to him, and he's holding a sort of strange machine in his like wrapped around his left arm. It's like medium sized. It looks like one of those like cardboard package boxes.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like that, but it's that size. And he also has a similar looking sack filled with less items in it over his right shoulder. Hello,
Wait,
hello, Rask.
what's that little piece of machinery for?
Oh, this? I get a little groggy in the morning, so I make sure to spice things up with a cup of coffee. It's a coffee maker.
That's yeah. For some reason, I thought it was a little more interesting. But coffee's always important. By the way,
Yes.
do you have any bandages that you bring into the house with you?
Yes, I get quite a healthy amount from Grimstag, as obviously, and he gestures to the rest of his body because of this. Why do you ask?
Yeah, you see, the one bloke, I can't remember if it's Blouder or Smoulder, but he took off his bandages, and it's like the worst kind of thing I've ever seen in my life, and we just gotta cover that back up.
Oh, you
It'll-
must be talking
it'll
about
probably get
Smoulder.
infected.
Yes. Wait, have I known their names? Did he learn his names? Did you tell him your
Yeah,
names?
they said it.
Okay,
They
okay.
said it.
Yeah. Oh, you must be talking about Smolder. Yes. I have bandages for him. I can patch him up.
All right, perfect. Because yeah, I can't look at that like again. I don't think actually. If I walk in the house and he's standing there and I see his face, I might die.
Yeah. I can understand that. It can be a little jarring to see scars. I am curious though, Rask. And he sort of pauses before, and he looks at you a little befuzzled, but it's hard to tell because it's hard to read his face because it's just wrapped in bandages. Why is it that you joined Grimstack?
Well, I guess Grimstag is kind of, it's become my family here, and it. I joined for the same promises that I gave the two new blokes. That it really gave me a purpose here in Brackenford. You know what I mean? It gave me something to strive for, something to do. When I'm working for Grimstag, I'm not just surviving. I'm living. If that makes sense.
Right. An honest and personal goal. I see. Personally, for me, I didn't have much else to turn to. And an old friend of mine pointed me in this direction. I didn't really have much of a choice. I've seen things I'd rather not see. And this job can get dirty. So I beseech you, don't turn out like the rest of them, the other enforcers. They're quite unpleasant to be around. And for the little time that we do spend together, I would rather not let this team devolve into you understand.
Yeah. Never been that kind of person. But I get it. Grimstag is. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess you could say what we're doing. Is it really helping this place, or are we just instilling more anarchy? Something I think about quite often, but no, trust me, I'm not the rule through an iron fist type of guy. I'm more get to know your buddies and just all have trust. Trust is how you form relationships, and trust is how you get people to follow orders, not through threats and stuff like that.
Nice. Thank you for sharing, and sorry for asking too personal of a question. There was a reason I had to ask.
I mean, if we're gonna be, bunking down together for these next couple of days, it doesn't hurt to get to know each other a little better.
Right. Thank you.
By the way, what are your opinions on the bucket of bolts that's traveling with us?
Oh, Kane?
Yeah, does he
Yes.
really have a name? Can he really name something like that?
Well, I think that's quite a hateful thing to say for someone so personal you claim to be. But that's not for me to decide. Personally, my opinions on Kane are as such. I don't think he deserves all the hate that has been given to him. I don't exactly. He's had a rough past. I don't know his personality or thoughts on the matter, but from what I've seen, he's quite a nice guy. And I know that he is made of machinery, but if you get beneath that, I think there's much more to him than just a bucket of bolts, as you've said.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, I guess.
Right. I'm not here to make decisions for you. You asked for my personal opinion, and personally, I think
Yeah,
Kane
of
can
course, of
be a
course.
good guy. You just need to give him the chance.
He did ask me quite an odd question, though.
And what was that?
He asked if he could share a bedroom with me. Um, so that
Well,
one put me off a little bit.
I'm sure he just has a different sense of morality than other. Well, not morality, sense of what is normal than other people.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Remember, robots don't age like we do. Perhaps that's a child in there. And think about your answer. What if you just cast the child to the out of your bedroom and said, no, sleep alone with the monsters that hide under your bed? Of course, I don't believe that he is actually a child, but that is just an example.
Of course. That's a great point.
Right.
I'm just gonna kind of walk in silence the rest of the way back.
Yeah. You after that, you just walk in silence, and you can tell that Virgil's kind of grinning under his bandages. Like he quite enjoys this moment.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you guys walk back to the place, and while they were walking there, does anybody do anything at the house of note, or is it the same thing where you're just chilling out?
I think I'm just
Just
gonna go to bed.
Yep. So you guys are chilling. They both arrive back at the house. Some of you sleeping, some of you not. Virgil sets up the coffee machine over at the kitchen on one of the counters by the bar area with all of its supplies. So if anybody wanted to make a cup of coffee in the morning, they'd be free to do so. He takes the empty room to the far right, sort of. Actually, no, the second one from the right of the center room that is like when you go up the sort of ladder staircase to the second floor, that is the place you'd go up. And he's going to take the bedroom that is in front of the ladder staircase, and he goes in there to turn in for the night. Does anyone want to do anything before you rest for the evening?
Nope.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna hit the rest.
Ken,
Yeah.
did
Can
you?
I ask Virgil if I can watch over him while he sleeps?
Oh, okay. Of course, I accept.
Oh, thank you. I'll watch over you with my life.
I guess my life will be in your hands. Thank you. All right. So you go into Virgil's room with him. I don't know where you stand, but he just sort of he puts his bandages in the lower dresser, because obviously you're watching him unpack all his things. He puts all of his bandages in the lower part of the dresser. He puts 2 pairs of clothes in the top drawer, and just yeah, and then he just goes into his bed and he says, "Sweet dreams, Kane. Sweet dreams.
Good night, Virgil. Sleep well.
Good night." And I think this is a really fun opportunity. Where do you stand or lean or sit? Like, what is your sleeping position as you turn off?
Is there a closet? Because if there is, then he'll stand in the closet. That way, it's not super awkward. But if there isn't one, behind where the door would open. That way, if anybody came in, Kane would be behind the door, powered off.
There is not currently one, but I'm sure you could make a request later on to get one. So you just kind of, so when the door opens, you're like behind the door or in the open area where they like look to the left and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, you're there.
No, I'm behind the door.
Okay.
So they don't know. They wouldn't know if there was an
They
intruder. They
wouldn't,
wouldn't
yeah,
notice me.
they
running
wouldn't
through
instantly
there.
notice you, but you would notice them because the door opened. Got it.
Yes.
Perfect. So you sit there, you shut your systems off, and the sun sets over Brackenfort. You feel a sort of ill omen, and some of you feel uneasy as you go to sleep. Others feel like that tomorrow will be another day, a greater day. And some of you feel that something brewing. There's something further on the horizons. You hope these folks around you might be a boon to that cause. And with that, I'm going to say that that will be the first session of ASHVEIL, Shadows of Avernus. So thank you guys. Yeah.
Yay!
Thanks for coming. Woo. So what'd you guys think? If anybody has to go immediately, you can. But what were your thoughts on the session?
Collapse.
I'm
Nice.
excited.
I got no feedback on that. I heard woo.
Oh, I said I'm excited.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool.
Mm-hmm.
One
I liked it.
session, 2 box.
I like the intros.
Can't really hear you, Josh. We'll have to figure out your Wi-Fi situation later.
One session 2.
Session 2? Oh yeah, we can schedule that now if you guys
We
want.
gotta reschedule that.
Yeah, because we're all here. We might as well. All right. So December. I mean, it is Christmas time and New Year's, so probably after December, if I had to assume. Unless you guys wanted to fit it in there, because we could do one of the following weekends, or another Friday if you wanted to.
I can fit it in. I'm not really doing anything other than
I
working.
mean, like, yeah, like once I'm on break, I'll have like work, and that like literally would be like my only plans that I
Yeah,
would
I'd
have.
rather do it now, to be honest, during this month, because I'm on break from school.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
18th wouldn't be
I
bad for me. Just next Monday.
Right. Except Monday.
Oh no, just like we could just do next Monday, like a week from today.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Because I don't
I work
Thursday,
think
until
there's
Friday.
a
7. So if as long as you guys are cool doing it like 7:30.
7:30 on a
Yeah,
Monday.
you said next Monday.
Yeah, next Monday, the 15th.
Yeah, that probably. Like I said, I'm probably gonna be working, but I don't think I'll be working that late. So
If we did a 7:30 sesh, that'd be going to like 9:30. Maybe if we went over like 9:45. I don't know if that would work with everyone.
I mean that's fine. Like
Too bad. I could do that.
Okay. I'm mainly asking for Gino because, big boy job and waking up at like 7
Yeah.
o'clock. So I just wanted to make sure.
10:30 would be my cutoff.
Perfect. All right. So then I will mark that on my calendar. ASHVEIL D&D at 7:30 p.m. Boop. Perfect. Yeah. So let me know if anything comes up, guys, and thank you for coming to session 1. I hope everyone had a good time. Looks forward to the next events of what may happen on Isle Brackenfort.
Woo!
Woo! All right. Yeah.
oh
So
my god, seismic charge.
do I
It was
have
a
to?
sign, yeah.
Oh, I muted your soundboard, James.
Bubba texted me.
There we go. All right. So all right. I'm gonna break us. All right. You guys have a great rest of your night. See you later.
Bye, everyone.
See ya. Bye.
Y'all, peace out. Peace
Bye.
out. Peace out.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Peace.